Let's look at where you want to go and ask yourself, in order for me to get here, what would need to be true? And this is the phrase you need to keep in your mind. The one thing for a person who they have the desire, but what are they missing right now?
Just don't quite know how to to get a stride. They don't quite know how to get it all started and sort
Great
of
question.
get the momentum going, I guess is the question.
So what that person needs to do is build what I call the roadmap in reverse, which is basically a deconstruction. So you ask yourself the following question. I'm here right now where I stand today. Here's where I want to go. Okay, so there's a gap between these two places. Then you need to ask yourself, what most people do is they look at where they're at and they look at where they want to go and they say, how do I get there? Well, there's no easy answer to that question, because if there was, you would just be doing that already. So instead, let's ask a different question. Let's look at where you want to go and ask yourself, in order for me to get here, what would need to be true? And this is the phrase you need to keep in your mind. What
Wow.
would need to be true? So let's use myself for an example. I got out of Division III college basketball. School never produced a pro basketball player before me, hasn't produced one since me. I want to play pro basketball. Okay, what would need to be true for me to play pro basketball? I'm going to play overseas. I've never been out of the country. Nobody over there knows me. So what would have to be true? Somebody over there has to know that I exist. Okay, for someone to know that I exist, what would need to be true? Well, someone who knows them would need to know me. And I can't call people overseas. They might not even speak English, and I don't have their phone number. And this is before we had free nights and weekends. No, I can't call them. It costs too much. I'm a broke college kid, remember.
Mhm.
So let me connect with an agent, because agents in sports are the middlemen, same way they are in the literary world, entertainment world. So if I can
Mhm.
get with an agent who's based in the USA, they know people overseas. So let me get an agent to represent me. Okay, but no agents know me. No agent was at my school watching the game. So what would need to be true for an agent to represent me? Well, then, Dre, you probably need some footage or somebody, or need to go play somewhere to where an agent can see you and say, okay, this guy's actually pro material. Problem, I played Division III college ball. Playing against other guys who are going to be selling insurance in 6 months doesn't prove that you're a pro player. I got to play against some pro level guys. This is not good. What I did is not good enough. So I found out, I had a teammate who said, Dre, there's these things called exposure camps. Exposure camps like a job fair for an athlete. They're very popular now, very ubiquitous at all levels. Even eighth graders can go to exposure camps. They want to get
Wow.
recruited to a high school or a college. That's a new thing for the amateurs, but at the pro level, they've existed for a while. You go to one of these events when you think you're good enough to play pro, but right now you're not, or nobody knows you right now. You can
Mhm.
improve your prospects by going to this event. It's like a casting call. So, Dre, you can go to one of these exposure camps. You show yourself well enough against 200 other guys who are pro level players. Now you play well against them. Now you have something of substance to show, because your D3 career was not enough.